On the campus of Dordt University in Sioux Center, Iowa, as we get into men's volleyball, the opener for the Dordt men's volleyball team as they host Central Christian tonight in conference volleyball play. The Dordt defenders coming off their best season since they went to varsity men's volleyball. 8-9 is how they finished last season, and they also advanced on to the GPAC semifinals before being eliminated by Ottawa. For Central Christian, they're trying to rebound from a disappointing year last year, a year in which they went 0-20, 0-10 in the Great Plains Athletic Conference in their second year of varsity volleyball. My name's Mike Biker. I'll be describing the action to you this evening from the DeWitt Gym, seated above the playing surface here at the DeWitt Gym. I'm in the balcony located on the west side of the playing surface, and I'm looking down, not quite at dead center midcourt, but over to the Central Christian side of the net as we will start this evening's match. This is the Wireless World pregame show. Let's take a look at what's coming up for the Dordt Defender men's volleyball team. They face Kansas Wesleyan on Saturday. That'll be a 3 o'clock start here at the DeWitt Gym. And then they face Jamestown, the preseason favorite in the conference. That will come up on February the 3rd. They'll go back to Jamestown, will the defenders, for 4 matches the second weekend in February. And then they settle into the conference play for the most part, as they'll be at hosting Morningside and Ottawa in the midseason. And they also have a California trip scheduled in which they are scheduled to play 4 matches. The defenders last year, 11.4 kills per set. They allowed 10.5. They had a 212 kill efficiency, and that pretty salty in men's volleyball. Anything above 200 for a team, you're going to be in most matches. They averaged 1.8 blocks per set. They allowed 1.7. They got 10.6 digs per contest, and they allowed 10.5. Where they really shored things up was in their serve receive. That had been an issue in previous years. Last year, they had 107 service aces, and they allowed 55 service aces. They were led by Caleb Kalisa with 3.9 kills per set. Andres Guzman had 2.2. Brady Frost, 2.1. Luke Nelson with 2.0. And Dylan Koyman right at 1.0. Lucas Van Groningen ended up running the offense as the setter last year for the most part. He averaged nearly 9 assists per set. The best part for the Dordt defenders, all of those players returning for another season. For Central Christian, they averaged 4.6 kills per set last season and had a negative kill efficiency. They struggled throughout last year. This is the first men's volleyball match in GPAC play this season for both Central Christian and Dordt, and on the GPAC schedule. Let's take a break, and we'll be back with the first serve from the DeWitt Gym in 2 minutes.
Today's Dordt Media Network live stream broadcast is produced by the students of Dordt University and sponsored by Sioux Center Health Therapy, partnering with Dordt University to provide quality care to all athletes. Sioux Center Health Therapy. And today's live stream broadcast brought to you by Verhoof Automotive. Verhoof Automotive in Sioux Center is your local Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Chevrolet, and Buick dealer. Verhoof Automotive, worth the drive from anywhere.
Welcome back to the DeWitt Gym on the campus of Dordt University in Sioux Center, Iowa. Ian Eshelman on the public address going through the starting lineups as I speak. And I alluded to the fact that this is the first Great Plains Athletic Conference men's volleyball match of the season for any team in the conference. Kansas Wesleyan and Jamestown are playing in Jamestown tomorrow evening. And then the teams will all play each other again on January 28th. That'll be Central Christian at Jamestown and Kansas Wesleyan at Dordt. Last year's standings in the conference, Jamestown finished the year unbeaten, 10-0, 20-6 overall. Dordt 8-9 overall, 7-3 in the conference, and they ended up splitting with Ottawa through the course of the year. Ended up as the number 2 seed in the postseason tournament by virtue of sets won in those matches against Ottawa. Morningside finished 4th at 4-6. Kansas Wesleyan was 2-8, and Central Christian finished the year 0-10. Central Christian is coached by Rick Hughes. He is back as head coach for the 3rd year, and he has over 20 years of experience. For the Dordt Defenders, last year they earned a key conference sweep over Ottawa on February 12. That allowed the Defenders to secure the runner-up spot in the conference. Andres Guzman, Caleb Calise, and Rob Piekaj all earned first-team honors from the GPAC. Luke Nelson and Brady Frost were second-team selections. Dylan Koyman and Lucas Van Groningen were honorable mention selections, and all 7 athletes returned for this year's team. Dordt leads this series 2-0. They won both meetings by 3-0 counts last season. February 25 meeting was won by Dordt 25-15, 25-11, and 25-9. Dordt put together a 5.27 kill efficiency with 13 service aces. Caleb Calise had 6 kills along with Dylan Koyma and Brady Frost recording 5. Van Groningen put up 22 assists and 4 different defenders had 3 digs each. We are just about set for volleyball. Dordt will be in their black jerseys. They'll be on the half of the court to my right. That is the south end of the gym. While Central Christian will be in their white tops. They'll be to the left as you are watching online. And that is the Wireless World pregame show brought to you by Wireless World, your local Verizon authorized retailer. They have 7 locations in Northwest Iowa. Visit them at wirelessworld.com. Well, we're just about set for volleyball. Dordt, one final huddle. And then we'll have to go through the exercise of getting the right lineup on the floor. The libero, Rob Piekaj, waiting to be beckoned onto the floor. And the first server for Central Christian will be Hernandez. That's Josh Hernandez. Gene Ellis, our R2, the down official, going through, checking the lineups. And we're just about set. Brady Frost, Dylan Koyman, Caleb Calise all in the front row. Piekaj will check in. Luke Nelson will check out. Luke dealing with some knee issues this season. Missed most of fall ball, but he is in the lineup here this evening. And we're just about set to go. And the music is down, and we are set. Hernandez with service. And Hernandez serve taken by Frost. Gets it to Van Groningen outside. Kalisa roll shot. Punched over the net. Central Christian. Dordt attacking. Van Groningen goes to Koyman, and Koyman hits it into the net. Point Central Christian. So Central Christian and the Tigers out to a 1-0 lead on the attack error. Hernandez, a 6-foot freshman from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, on service. Taken by Piekaj. Van Groningen right side Frost. Frost with the kill. So Brady Frost, a 6'6 sophomore from Wisconsin. Now he will serve, and the defenders have tied it up at 1-1. 1-1 our score. Frost with service. Frost had an immediate impact last season as a freshman. Serves into the net. Point Tigers. And the Tigers lead it 2-1. Now, if you're not familiar with men's volleyball, you are more familiar with the women's version. Men's volleyball features, in my opinion, many more aces, many more service errors, and much shorter volleys. Set goes to Koyman. Koyman out of the middle. Koyman with the kill. Dylan Koyman with the kill. 6'5" sophomore from Frankfort, Illinois. And Piekaj now with service. Rob from Poland. Also works at the Dordt Rec Center. Gotten to know him through the last year and a half. And the attack is long and out of bounds by Elijah Kephart. And the Dordt defenders take a 3-2 lead. 3-2 our score. And serving Piekaj. Piekaj jump serve into the net. Point. Central Christian. Well, neither team able to find their footing as of yet. The defenders, a couple of kills. Koyman and Frost with 1 kill each. Serving is Avendano. Avendano's serve taken by Piekaj. Sends it to Van Groningen. Over to Kaliza, unable to put it away. Van Groningen sets outside this time, unable to put it away. It was Diego Santiago. Hit is long, controlled by Piekaj. Back set right side. It goes to Kaliza, and Kaliza with a kill. Well, when Caleb Kaliza finishes up at Dordt, he will likely be the kills leader. He will definitely leave his imprint on the Dordt record book, the early record book. Kaliza with serve and an overpass, and Nelson puts it away. Luke Nelson on the overpass. That serve receive error by Central Christian, and the Dordt defenders lead at 5-3. Kaliza with service once again. Kaliza last year led the team in almost every statistical category, including aces, kills per set, and he was second on the team in digs per set. Also had a very healthy 269 kill efficiency. 5-4, Dordt leading after Kaliza's serve was long and out of play. Serve is short, taken by Santiago, dumped over by Van Groningen, saved by Central Christian, and pushed over the net by the libero, Micah Avendano, and Avendano sends it long and out of bounds, wide and out of bounds actually, and the defenders have a 6-4 lead. We'll play to 25, just like the women's version. Santiago with service. So Diego Santiago with serve, controlled, nope, not controlled. Van Groningen on the overpass and the kill. Lucas Van Groningen with the kill, the 6-footer from Ripon, California. Moved into the setter role, full-time setter role more or less, about midway through the year last season. Serving again is Santiago. Serve is controlled. Central Christian attacking, pushed over the net, free ball. Santiago Van Groningen. Outside it goes Frost. Frost with a kill. And the Dordt offense getting rolling now, up 8-4 in set number 1. Brady Frost with his second kill of the evening. And still serving is Diego Santiago, 5'10" sophomore from Puerto Rico. Pushed over the net, saved by the defenders. Goes outside to Frost, unable to put it away. Pushed over the net, saved again by Santiago on the dig. Goes back over to Frost. Frost with a kill with the left hand. Frost went to the offhand, and that time the blockers trying to read where Frost is, but they did not see where the ball was. And Frost able to take advantage, used his offhand to tip it around the block. And the defenders have a 9-4 lead, forcing a timeout by Central Christian. This timeout brought to you by Casey's Bakery. Find your favorite bakery products at caseysbakery.com. Back with more in 60 seconds.
This Dordt Media Network student-produced live stream broadcast is brought to you by Joyner and Swart Dentistry in Orange City, offering dentures, implants, and dental care for your whole family in a modern and friendly atmosphere.
And sponsored by Sioux Center Health Therapy, partnering with Dordt University to provide quality care to all athletes. Sioux Center Health Therapy.
Family, farm, business, community. People's Bank, where values matter.
Back to action with the Dordt defenders establishing a 9-4 lead. 9-4 our score. Santiago with service, and Diego Santiago's serve is short. Set. Backside, dug by Kalisa. He read it, gets it outside Frost. Frost off of the block, save Central Christian scrambling now. And hitting it long and out of bounds. No touch at the net by Dordt off the Central Christian attack. And the Dordt defenders lead at 10-4. 10-4, Dordt in control, set number 1. Diego Santiago jump serve, and Diego Santiago with the ace serve. Ace serve as the line judge drops the flag for the in call. Santiago with service, and his serve is long and out of bounds, and that will move Santiago out of the service area. Dordt establishing an 11-5 lead. Checking into the match now, Brady Fergan. Fergan, the defensive specialist. He is from Menno, South Dakota, a sophomore. And a floater to the back line, taken by Fergan. Set right side, Kalisa. Kalisa unable to put it away. Dug by Piekaj on the attack. Set right side back to Kalisa, and Kalisa with a kill. Kalisa from well off of the spike line that time, and out of bounds, tough angle, and he gets it to go. And the Dordt defenders lead it now 12-5, serving Luke Nelson. Nelson, a senior from Plymouth, Minnesota. Nearly a lift by the Tigers. Don't see many of those called in the men's game. Set goes outside. Power tip to the sideline, saved by Nelson, pushed over by Van Groningen. Now Central Christian scrambling, thrown to the back corner, covered again by Nelson. Set goes outside, and Frost is blocked on the play. It's 12-6. 12-6 our score. Piekaj will check into the match. Luke Nelson will check out. And serving for Central Christian will be Joel Creary. So Creary with service, and his low hard serve taken by Fergan. Right side, Kalisa. Kalisa off speed and the kill. Nobody got up on the block, and he drops it right behind the front row play. And it drops on the 10-foot line. Point defenders, Dordt leading 13-6. Fergan has this is Van Groningen serving. Van Groningen last year averaged right at 9 assists per set. That one's off high hands, dug by Fergan. Outside Frost. Frost with the kill. Frost with a kill from the outside, the outside hitter position. Dordt leads 14-6 here in set number 1. Van Groningen to the back line, long and out of bounds, too strong. Well, decent-sized crowd on hand for tonight's contest. I'd say about 75 to 100 students, various community members. Central Christian didn't bring a big crowd. Kalisa out of the middle, and he goes up unblocked, and diving for cover that time was Avendano. Avendano, self-preservation that time. Saw it coming and got out of the way. Dordt on service to the back line, taken by Avendano. Outside, dug by Piekaj. Back to Frost, and Frost attacks into the net. Point Central Christian. Dordt leads 15-8. 15-8 our score. Matt Boss will be on site for the Saturday contest here at the DeWitt Gym. Jump serve taken by Santiago. Back set, right side, Kalisa. Kalisa with a kill. So Kalisa with the kill. And the Dordt defender lead is 16-8. 16-8, Dordt by 8. Serving Piekash. And Piekash serve. Overpass and putting it away is Kalisa. And Caleb Kalisa with another kill. He's got 5 already in 7 total swings. Beg your pardon, 6 already in 8 total swings. No attack errors yet. Dordt hitting a very healthy 478 kill efficiency so far. Pushed over the net by Avendano. Here comes the defenders. Piekash to Van Groningen. Quick attack. Nelson out of the middle for the kill, and the defenders lead at 18-8. 18-8 our score. So you've got Santiago, Nelson, and Kalisa occupying the attacking positions for the defenders, and Brady Frost is playing middle back. That's an ace serve for the defenders. That is the third ace serve for the defenders thus far. 19-8, Dordt leading. Piekash, low hard serve, controlled from behind the spike line. That's an attack by Campbell, and Dordt gets the point. This ball comes back and out of bounds. 20-8, Dordt leading. And we have a timeout on the floor charged to Central Christian. This timeout brought to you by Casey's Bakery. Find your favorite bakery products at caseysbakery.com. Back with more in 1 minute.
Today's Dordt Media Network live stream broadcast is produced by the students of Dordt University.
And today's broadcast sponsored by Ployne Publishing. Quality printing from design to delivery.
Dordt with a 500 kill efficiency so far today. 15 kills, 3 errors, 24 total swings. Central Christian has yet to record a kill in their season opener. Dordt leading by a dozen. Right now, Central Christian at a negative 214 for their kill efficiency. Piekash with service, and Rob serve controlled by Central Christian. Pushed over the net by Campbell, no. Blocked at the net by Piekash. The defenders now, blocked at the net by Kalisa. Piekash will continue service. Beg your pardon on that. Kalisa with the block assist. And the serve controlled. Set goes outside. Blocked at the net. Saved by Central Christian. They'll reload. Down the line, unable to put it away was Bo Hardy. And out of the middle is Nelson. Nelson with a kill. Luke Nelson makes it 22-8. 22-8, Dordt with the advantage. Set number 1 of this best-of-5 match. Piekash, the sophomore, continuing with service, and it catches the tape, and it is wide and out of bounds. Point Central Christian, and now the Tigers will have service. Micah Avendano with serve. Serving for the Tigers, Micah Avendano. Avendano with service, and Avendano with a jump serve taken by Frost. Then Groningen, one hand set to Kalisa, unable to put it away. Now the down ball from behind the spike line, Campbell. Here comes Dordt again. Nelson off the block, saved by Central Christian. Pushed over the net, another free ball for the defenders. Frost, Van Groningen, quick attack Nelson. Nelson with the swing and a block put up by the defenders. Here comes Central Christian again, tap to the back line. Dordt reloads. And Dordt with an attack error that time. Nelson unable to climb the ladder. Santiago unable to get to it in time. And it's 22-10. 22-10. Dordt leading, set number 1. Avendano with service, jump serve, taken by Frost. Pushed over the net by Santiago. Saved again, Van Groningen. Right side, back to Kalisa. Kalisa with a kill. 23-10. Dordt leading. Kalisa with the jump serve, and that'll go as an ace for the defenders. The Dordt defenders with 6 service errors so far today. 3 service aces. I know I said 3 earlier. I was 1 in front. And now the defenders serving for the set and a 1-0 lead. Serving is Kalisa. Kalisa, jump serve, overpass, pushed down by Santiago. Saved to the back line. Van Groningen gets it back over to Nelson. Now an overpass, and Van Groningen puts it away. Lucas Van Groningen with the kill. And the Dordt defenders win set number 1, 25-10. We head to set number 2 right after this. You are watching Dordt Men's Volleyball on the Dordt Media Network. Back with more in a couple minutes.
Hello, fans of Defender Sports. Hope you're enjoying the game, whether you're a friend or family member of a player or coach, or a fan of the university. These players and coaches have put in hours and hours of practice, and it shows. But going into each and every game, there's one more thing that every coach makes sure the team has, and that's a game plan. If these players and coaches are willing to put this much time into planning for a game, how much more important is putting together a game plan for your financial life? Now, the financial world continually becomes more complicated, but if you don't have either the time or the desire to spend hours upon hours learning and keeping up with the changing rules of the game in the financial world, and then figuring out how that applies specifically to your financial life, you don't have to do it alone. For over 40 years, we've been helping households to build their financial game plan upon all the things more important than finances, while being good stewards of the resources God has entrusted to their care. Because there's things in life more important than money, and none of them are things. I'm Tom DeYoung, financial planner and president of Money Concepts, the planning firm. Check us out on the web or social media. Check out our podcast at moneyconceptsradio.com or your favorite podcast app, or schedule a complimentary meeting to see how a financial game plan might benefit you. Enjoy the rest of the game, and remember to spend your most valuable resources, your time and your attention, on the things in life that matter more than money.
Here we live between big city and small town, but we don't do anything halfway. We play in a community that's safe for families while providing our kids big city opportunities. We work in a place proud of its rural history that's already writing its future in science and technology. This is a place where we love our neighbors and where a small town is more like a big family. Sioux Center, live life in the middle of everything.
This Dordt Media Network student-produced live stream broadcast is brought to you by Joyner and Zwart Dentistry in Orange City, offering dentures, implants, and dental care for your whole family in a modern and friendly atmosphere.
And brought to you by Pizza Ranch, buffet, carry-out, or delivery.
were victorious in set number 1 by 25-10 final. The defenders in that one, 18 kills, 4 errors, 34 swings, a .412 kill efficiency. Had 14 assists, 14 digs, 3 service aces, and 6 service errors. So 60% of Central Christian's point total came via service errors. For Central Christian, Campbell had 5 digs, and they did not have an ace serve, nor did they have a service error. Central Christian, no kills, 4 errors, 19 total attacks. Serving for the defenders will be Van Groningen. And Lucas Van Groningen with service. Sophomore really has helped stabilize the Dordt offense. Also tall enough that he presents some blocking, an attack, and a kill for Central Christian. And the Tigers are on the board 1-0, their first kill of the evening. That's Campbell with the kill. From the near side, the left side attacker. And now the serve is long and out of bounds by Central Christian, their first service error of the night. And we're tied at 1-1. 1-1 our score, set number 2. Coming up this weekend, more Dordt men's volleyball, also basketball on the road. Andres Guzman with service, and Guzman serves into the net. Point, Central Christian, and Central Christian leads 2-1. So Dordt won set 1, 25-10. Some of the non-varsity teams in action tonight as well. Men's and women's JV basketball in Mitchell, South Dakota this evening. Brady Frost from the outside, and Frost puts it away for the kill. It's 2-2. So 2-2 our score. And Dordt will now have service. Rob Piekaj with serve. And Rob serve controlled. Central Christian overpass, and Frost puts it away. And I wouldn't say people diving for cover, but self-preservation that time and not wanting to get in the way. That's Central Christian. And the jump serve by Piekaj, and Piekaj on the sideline for an ace serve. So Rob Piekaj, couple of aces tonight to go along with 5 digs. Pretty productive night already for the defensive specialist. Brady Frost also a kill earlier. On the attack, Central Christian, and a block put up by Luke Nelson and Caleb Kalisa. And the Dordt defenders lead it 5-2. 5-2 defenders. Set number 2. Dordt won set 1, 25-10. Serve short controlled. Here comes Central Christian, and hitting it wide and out of bounds on the attack. That was Manny Tadeo. Tadeo hits it long and out of bounds. Point defenders. And Rob Piekaj with service. Serve controlled. Here comes Central Christian. Pushed over the net. Saved. Guzman gets it outside. This is Frost off the assist from Van Groningen. Van Groningen with 16 assists already in this one. There you see on the screen Andres Guzman. And Piekaj with service. Piekaj serve, catches the tape, flips over. Here comes Central Christian on the attack. Frost covers the ground, pushed over the net. Nice touch by Piekaj. Sends it short. Pushed over the net again by Central Christian. The attack by Tadeo. And another free ball for the defenders. Van Groningen set backside to Kalisa. Kalisa tools it off of the block for the kill. And the Dordt defender lead is 8-2 in set number 2. 8-2 defenders, set number 2. Dordt won set 1, 25-10. The challenge with this one being the season opener, I know the coaching staff would, this one's 4 contacts on Central Christian. Want to get a look at your rotations. and against someone other than yourself. So the question is, when do you go away from your regular rotation and what you feel will be a regular rotation? A kick save by Central Christian. Comes back to Kaliza. Kaliza with a kill, and right now Kaliza unstoppable. Kaliza with 9 kills, 12 total attacks. He's hitting 750. And the defenders as a team right now at 475 for a kill efficiency. Dordt leading 10-2 here in set number 2. Jump serve by Piekaj. Gets Central Christian on their heels again. Pushed over the net. Free ball. Taken sideline by Piekaj. Right at the line. Couldn't let it go. And Luke Nelson with a kill. Luke Nelson with a kill. Dordt leads 11-2. The Dordt defenders in control of this one. And now double contact. And a double contact called on Central Christian. Do not see that very often. So Dordt leading 12-2. Leading in the match 1-0, and right now they're really struggling with Piekaj and his serves. Moving it around and just skimming the net. Guzman with the dig. Back set Kaliza. Kaliza off high hands and the kill. So Kaliza continues to give Central Christian problems, and Central Christian's going to have to call a timeout. This timeout brought to you by Casey's Bakery. Find your favorite bakery products at Casey'sBakery.com. It's 13-2, set number 2. Dordt won set 125-10. We'll be back with more from the DeWitt in 1 minute.
American State Bank is celebrating our 50th anniversary, and we couldn't have made it this far without your support. For us, banking just scratches the surface. We pride ourselves in our commitment to our communities, building meaningful relationships with our customers, and doing our best to have some fun along the way. We're proud to be a locally owned and operated bank, supporting the communities we serve. Thank you for choosing American State Bank. We can't wait to see what the next 50 years have in store.
Today's Dordt Media Network live stream broadcast is produced by the students of Dordt University.
And today's broadcast sponsored by Ployne Publishing. Quality printing from design to delivery.
$13 to 2, Dordt with an 11-point lead here in set number 2. Dordt leading in the match 1-0. Jump serve by Piekaj, controlled. Here comes Central Christian from behind the spike line, and the block put up. Colby Campbell unable to sneak it through. And the defenders lead 14 to 2. Kaliza now with 10 kills. Frost has 7. The defenders also have scored 5 points off of blocks. And Kaliza top spin serve, Piekaj top spin serve. And Rob Piekaj with his third ace serve. 3 of the 5 aces for the defenders coming from Piekaj, and it's 15 to 2. 15 to 2, short serve. Central Christian through the block, dug by Piekaj. Who else? Set comes back to Kaliza. Kaliza with a kill from the right side. So Kaliza puts it away. It's 16 to 2. And we'll have a sub checking in for the defenders. Logan Van Italy will check into the contest. Also Boris Lee will check in. Checking out Kaliza and Van Groningen. Dordt leading 16 to 2. So Van Groningen checks out with 21 assists so far. Boris Lee will now take over the setting duties. He's a 5'8 junior from Melbourne, Australia. Piekaj continues to serve. Set goes to the middle, covered by Piekaj. Boris Lee pushes it outside to Nelson, Frost that is. Frost tools it off the block for the kill. So Brady Frost with the kill. Attacking. Here you see Kalisa on the replay, one of his 11 kills. Piekash with serve, controlled. Off high hand, saved by Guzman. And set goes to the middle. Nelson off the attack. Off the set by Boris Lee, and the defenders lead at 18-2. 18-2, defenders well on their way here in set number 2. And a new player checking in. This will be Santiago checking back in. Checking out is Frost. And Piekash continuing to serve. And Piekash serve controlled. Push to the back line, covered by Piekash. Boris Lee pushes it outside Santiago. And Diego Santiago with the kill. So Santiago with the kill. Piekash has now served. He took over in the service area when it was 3-2. Serve to the sideline, and that's an ace for Rob. Rob Piekash with another ace. The defenders lead at 20-2. I've not seen anything like this before, where, especially in the men's game, where service errors are so prevalent. Piekash on a roll. An attack error by Central Christian into the net. Tadeo. When you factor in that Piekash, Dylan Koyman's going to check into the contest. Piekash will check out. So Rob Piekash, his first serve came when it was 3-2, so he served 18 consecutive in. Had several aces along the way, and he wasn't lollipopping it over either. Dordt leading 21-2. Passed over the net, and it's long and out of bounds. And the Dordt defenders lead at 22-2. Ryan Dick with service. And Ryan Dick serves short, controlled. Here comes Central Christian. Doug in the back line. Lee, back it goes. Guzman unable to put it down. Set goes outside off high hands, and a kill for Tadeo. Tadeo with a kill. It's 22-3. Well, we plan to make the trip to Hastings for women's and men's basketball on Saturday. Scheduled for a 2 o'clock start time for the women and a 3:45 start time for the men. You can hear it on the Dordt Media Network and KIHK. Men's volleyball also happening that afternoon at 3 o'clock. A set to the middle and a kill for Hendrik Vandevort. Vandevort with a kill. It's 23-3. Checking in to serve for the defenders will be Levi Vroom. So Vroom has service. And Vroom serve taken in the back line. Pushed over the net by Tadeo. Saved by the defenders. Vroom to Guzman. Guzman into the net. Point Central Christian. It's 23-4. 23-4. Defenders by 19. Set number 2. And the serve is short, controlled. Back set, right side, and didn't get on top of it. That was Diego Santiago attacking from the right side. And we had a touch at the net. 24-4 our score. Line judge in the back corner, and we're going to have a sub check in for the defenders. Checking out of the match is Andres Guzman. And serving is Santiago. Santiago's serve taken. Pushed over the net by Campbell. Dordt with a free chance in effect. Goes to Van Italy. Van Italy unable to put it down with the left hand. From behind the spike line is Santiago. Pushed back over the net. Van Italy Set outside and hitting it long and out of bounds is Murdoch, a freshman from Paraguay. And the Dordt defenders lead it 24-5. 24-5, set number 2. So Santiago will check out of the contest. And the serve is long and out of bounds, and Dordt wins set number 2 by a final of 25-5. Dordt with a win, set number 2, and they take a 2-0 lead in this best-of-5 match. Let's take a 2-minute break, and we'll be back with set number 3 from the DeWitt Gym right after this 2-minute timeout.
We understand how complex the financial landscape can be to navigate. Our goal is to free up your hands so that you can focus on what is most important in life.
The Dordt defenders with a 2-0 lead, 25-10 and 25-5. Dordt with a .472 kill efficiency thus far, negative .211 for Central Christian. Guzman to Van Groningen outside to Calise, unable to put it away, left side. And the attack from the outside, Colby Campbell. Campbell hits it long and out of play, point defenders. The Tigers so far 2 kills, 11 errors, 39 total attacks. For the defenders, 31 kills, 6 errors, 54 total attacks, topped by Calise's 11 and Frost's 8. Andres Guzman into the net with his service. Point Tigers, and Central Christian leads 2-0. 2-0 our score. Campbell has service. And Campbell served long and out of bounds. Ducking out of the way at the last instant. Andres Guzman. 2-1 our score. Dordt with a 1-point lead. And you know who's in the service area. Robert Piekash. And Piekash picks up right where he left off. Tough serve to the sideline. Overpass and a kill put down by Caleb Kalisa. Piekash with 4 service aces so far tonight. That one not an ace, but it did lead directly to a point for the defenders, as Central Christian had challenging time returning that well. Pushed over the net, saved by Guzman. Van Groningen outside Frost. Frost with a kill. 3-1. Kalisa, my math was correct, served 18 straight for the defenders in set number 2. And Piekash still serving for the defenders. And that might be an ace, not quite. Central Christian scrambles for it and then passed over the net. And Central Christian a little bit lazy with that pass over the net. I think their thoughts have turned to the road trip up north on Saturday. 5-1 our score, defenders leading. And Piekash serves to the sideline and misses it wide and out of bounds. Well, can't put them all in. But a couple pretty good strings by Piekash.
Now serving
Avendano with service. He's the libero for Central Christian. And the serve to the back line, taken by Frost. Van Groningen shoots it back over to Kalisa. And that attack off of the block goes up into the rafters and out of play. Comes down on Central Christian side. It's play on, but went over the net to the Dordt side of the net. Central Christian scrambling. They pick it up cleanly. An attack out of the middle, and we've got 4 contacts called on Central Christian. Thought as it was happening that was the likely call, but waiting for Todd Karolchek to verify, and he did. 7-2, Dordt leading by 5. And Kalisa with service, and Caleb Kalisa serves it into the net. That's a point for Central Christian, and Central Christian's Matt Bohatti will serve. Bohatti with service. Controlled by the defenders. Frost, Van Groningen, back to Guzman. Guzman with a kill from behind the spike line. So Andres Guzman puts it away. And the Dordt defenders with a neat 3 advantage. Frost serving to the back line, just misses it long and out of bounds. Point Central Christian, it's 8-4. 25-10 our score. Fergan back into the match for the defenders. So Brady Fergan, the defensive specialist. Serve controlled. Fergan gets it to Van Groningen. Back it goes Nelson. Nelson with a kill. Luke Nelson with a kill. So Dordt will be back in action on Saturday against Kansas Wesleyan. And then it's Jamestown. So Dylan Koyman into the match. And an ace serve for the defenders. Luke Nelson with the ace. And the Dordt defender lead is 10-4. 10-4 the score. And the serve is taken by Avendano. Pushed over the net now, free ball. Fergan with the pass. Gets it to Van Groningen, and Dordt has been in system almost all night tonight. Has not been a fair fight. Dordt with a .517 kill efficiency, 37 kills. 60 total swings, well on their way to a sweep here this evening, barring something unforeseen. Top spin serve taken Set goes outside to Campbell. Campbell with a kill. So Colby Campbell with the kill. It's 11-5 defenders by 6. Set number 3. One set 1, 25-10, and set 2, 25-5. And serving, Central Christian. Right side, Kaliza, cross court. Saved by Campbell. Pushed over the net, free ball. Kaliza, Van Groningen dumps it over. Pushed back now again by Van Groningen. And Central Christian unable to get it cleanly. And Dordt leads 12-5. 12-5. Dordt with a 7-point advantage. And a double contact called on Central Christian. Josh Hernandez called for the double contact. Dordt leading 13-5. And a floater by Van Groningen. Set goes, and I didn't think that one ever made it over the net. It's going to be a play on, though. Goes over to Kaliza. Kaliza with a swing, dug by Bohatti. Campbell through the block, dug by Piekaj. Van Groningen outside to Guzman. Guzman with a kill. 14-5 defenders by 9. So the defenders leading by 9. Served to the back line by Van Groningen. Long and out of play. Point Central Christian. It's 14-6. Josh Hernandez with service. And Hernandez serve controlled. Van Groningen back set to Guzman. Guzman with a tip over, but it catches the antenna. 14-7 the score. Checking into play for the defenders will be Aaron Van Bell. Van Bell with serve, and he's on the floor now from Abbotsford, British Columbia. Serve is long and out of bounds. It's 15-7 defenders. Guzman with service. And Andres with the jump serve, and it's long and out of bounds. Point Central Christian. The defenders, that's their 13th service error today. Out of 23 total points. And that serve is long and out of bounds by Central Christian. And it's 16-8. So Dordt with an 8-point advantage. Van Bell with serve. And Aaron Van Bell with his first chance. He floats it over, saved. Free ball for the defenders though. Guzman, Van Groningen to Kaliza. Kaliza with a kill. Kaliza now with 14. Still doesn't have an attack error. 700 kill efficiency for Kaliza. Checking into the contest now is Sam Washington for the defenders. Washington, a freshman from Victoria, Minnesota. And that one's shanked into the stands. And an ace serve for Van Bell. And Logan Van Italy is going to check into the match. Van Italy will check in. Kaliza will check out. Likely the end of the line for Kaliza in this match. And serving will be Van Bell. And Van Bell, the floater, saved. Goes right outside, and the kill for Tadeo. Tadeo with the kill. It's 18-9. So Avendano with service. And Avendano serve controlled by Washington. Gets it to Van Groningen back over to Washington, and Washington's attack is on the block, ends up on the end line, and it's in. So a point for Central Christian, their second point off of a block this evening. And Central Christian with serve, Avendano, taken by Guzman, Andres Guzman, and it eventually ends up with Nelson recording the kill. For Luke Nelson, that's his 7th kill. Dordt a .507 kill efficiency. Van Italy's going to check out of the ball game. Checking into the contest is Levi Vroom. So Vroom serving, Dordt leading 19-10. And the serve is short, controlled by Central Christian. And can't get a clean attack off of it. Tadeo with his back to the net. Hits it into the net, point defenders. And checking in for the defenders, Carter Raish. And still serving is Levi Vroom. So Vroom with serve, and Vroom's serve is long and out of bounds. The defender lead is 20-11. Bohatti with service. Controlled by the defenders. It goes to Frost. Frost hits it long and out of bounds. And it's 20-12. 20-12. Checking in for the defenders is Ryan Dick. He'll station himself back left corner. Bohatti with service. Controlled by the defenders. Vroom outside to Washington. Washington unable to put it down. Goes back outside to Tadeo, and Tadeo with a kill. Tadeo with his 3rd kill. He's got team honors for Central Christian. Campbell has the 2 other kills for Central Christian thus far. The defenders 5 points off of blocks tonight so far. Overpass, and it's put down by Joshua Hernandez. 20-14, defenders by 6. Serving is Bohatti. And Bohatti's serve taken by Washington. Gets it to Vroom. And Dordt missed times on the attack. It's 20-15. Well, you don't want to give a set away if you're Dordt, simply because those do come into play with tiebreakers at the end of the season. Saved by the defenders. Set goes, and a kill out of the middle by Hendrik Vandervoort. Vandervoort with his 2nd kill. It's 21-15. So Ale Murdoch comes back into the match. It's 21-15 defenders. Washington with a jump serve. And a block put up by the defenders on the attack. Murdoch puts the block up. And Sam Washington has service. And Washington serve controlled. Pushed too close to the net, and trying to put it away was Nate Vogt. And Hendrik Vandervoort is there to block it. So Vandervoort makes it 23-15, and just like that, Dordt's got it back on track. Dordt won sets 1 and 2, 25-10 and 25-5. And the serve to the back line is an ace serve for Sam Washington. And the defenders now lead 24-15, and another serve on the way for Washington. So Sam Washington with a jump serve, catches the tape, and another ace, and the defenders win it by a final of 25-15. Dordt wins in 3 tonight over Central Christian, 25-10, 25-5, and 25-15. Next action for the Defenders, they will host Kansas Wesleyan on Saturday. That'll be at 3 o'clock. For Central Christian, they'll take the road trip up to Jamestown, and they'll play a match on Saturday as well. Let's take a break, and we'll be back with more right after this. You are watching the Dordt Media Network, and we'll be back with our Wireless World postgame show right after this.
At Premier Communications, we're all about connection. Connecting you to all the entertainment, work, and family you love with our phone, internet, cable TV, and tech support services. And now, that connection has gotten even faster with internet speeds up to 1 gig. Experience the next level of connection with Premier Communications. Visit us online at mypremieronline.com or call toll-free 800-741-8351. Premier Communications, looking ahead.
Today's broadcast is sponsored by Northside Body Shop. When you expect the very best in the repair of your vehicle, call Northside Body Shop Limited today, serving the Sioux Center area since 1955. 712-722-2313.
Today's Dordt Media Network live stream broadcast is produced by the students of Dordt University.
Welcome back to the DeWitt Gym, where the Dordt Defenders a 3-0 victory tonight over Central Christian in Great Plains Athletic Conference volleyball action, and really this one never close. The Defenders win set 1 25-10, and then win set number 2 25-5. That one was one where Rob Piekaj got rolling at the service line. And, it was never in doubt. I believe he served 18 or 19 straight points. And the Defenders able to get everyone into action. I believe that was in uniform tonight. And they win the third set by a final of 25-15. So 25-10, 25-5, and 25-15. Here are the final numbers for tonight's contest. Dordt 43 kills, 9 errors, 73 total attacks, a 456 kill efficiency. The Defenders had 35 assists and 10 ace serves. Also got credit for 6 blocks, 1 solo, 10 block assists. So they got 6 points off of blocks. For Central Christian tonight, 6 kills, 15 errors, 51 total attacks, a negative 176 kill efficiency. The Tigers had no aces, 5 service errors, 5 assists, 19 digs, and they scored 2 points off of blocks. You are listening to the Wireless World postgame show. They're your local authorized Verizon retailer with 7 locations in Northwest Iowa. Visit them at wirelessworld.com. Continuing on then with the individual numbers tonight, Caleb Kaliza, 14 kills, no errors, to 20 total attacks. 9 kills for Brady Frost, 2 errors, 14 total attacks. Luke Nelson, 7 kills, no errors, 11 total attacks. And then 2 kills for Koyman, 2 for Andres Guzman, 3 for Lucas Van Groningen, 3 for Hendrik Vandervoort, and 3 for Diego Santiago. 4 assists for 29 assists for Lucas Van Groningen, 4 for Boris Lee. Rob Piekaj with 10 digs, 5 digs for Andres Guzman, 3 digs for Caleb Kaliza. Kaliza also had 4 block assists, as did Luke Nelson, to lead the defenders in that category. Dordt got 4 aces from Rob Piekaj, and he had that team high 10 digs. For Central Christian, Tadeo had 3 kills, 2 for Campbell, 4 assists for Hernandez, and 6 digs for Campbell. The Dordt defenders now 1-0 this season. Central Christian falls to 0-1 in the Great Plains Athletic Conference opener for both teams. And the Dordt defenders will now play Kansas Wesleyan on Saturday. That'll be in a couple of days. And the Central Christian will play Jamestown. And that will come up on Saturday as well. And taking a seat beside me is senior Caleb Kaliza, the Dordt defender opposite hitter. And he had a tremendous match here this evening, as totaled 14 kills, no errors, 20 total attacks. And I've got to ask you, Caleb, when through the course of the match, do you realize things are going your way and that the kills are piling up, or is it all just part of the course of play?
Yeah, I'd say probably the second one, more course of play. I mean, I was feeling pretty good out there, and Lucas was giving me great sets, pushing all the way to the pin, so it was really giving me options for line or cross, or could really do whatever I wanted. So, yeah, just creds to my setter, and he fed me the balls, and it was great.
Okay, you're bringing up something technical, and I want our listeners and our viewers to understand. When you say push out to the pin, that's to the antenna, correct?
Yeah, correct.
And the closer it is to the antenna in terms of push,
yep,
the more options you have as an attacker?
Yeah, that's correct.
What's your favorite shot? I mean, would you rather go cross court with the full court to work with, or do you like to sneak it down the line?
Yeah, well, Mike, maybe got to be careful with that one in case the opponents are listening. But probably down the line.
Yeah,
line's my favorite shot.
Okay.
Yeah.
You had a tremendous year last year. Seemed like things really clicked for you last year. What was it that allowed this team to take a step last year, 8-9, beat Ottawa, a lot of firsts for the program?
Yep.
Can you put your finger on what happened last year that allowed this team to take a step forward?
Probably just hard work, and we've got a lot of guys who just are hungry to win and want to win. And I would just say that we're looking even to take bigger steps this year as a program. And for the last 15 weeks, we've been grinding out practices, so we're really excited what whatever the season holds. And
it's kind of nice to play somebody other than your own teammates, I would imagine.
Yep, that's correct.
Yeah.
Yep.
You're from Illinois.
Yep.
Have you always been a volleyball player? I mean, when did you start playing volleyball?
Yeah. Well, I'll give the credits to my brother Lucas. Freshman year, got me involved in volleyball at West Chicago High School. And then fell in love with the sport after I played freshman year, and then got into the club scene, and then came to Dordt to play volleyball.
Was volleyball a big part of why you came to Dordt?
Yeah, volleyball and engineering.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so you stuck with engineering?
Yep.
You made it through calculus and all those things that kind of weed those guys out. You've made. So have you had an opportunity to internship or anything like that?
Yeah. I've done a few different internships. One last year, project management in downtown Chicago, and 2 years ago I was overseas doing a mechanical engineering internship. and then I just accepted a job in Kansas City. So,
oh, did you?
Yep. Yeah.
What's the job?
It's for Henderson Engineers, doing building design systems.
Okay.
So.
Toughest class you've taken at Dordt?
Toughest class, I'll give it to mechatronics, taught by Dr. Ben Sarlos.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it? I've had several engineers work for me as well, and it amazes me the time, the way they're able to budget their time. And I ask them I think of engineering as being a very challenging, obviously, field of study, but it's really the ability to absorb information and process it. When did you decide on engineering? What interested you there?
I guess I've always just liked to build things and enjoy working with my hands. So, and I was pretty decent at math and science, so engineering was just kind of the natural route.
It was natural for you.
Yeah.
So no thoughts of coming back a fifth year? You're going to graduate and head out into the real world in May.
Head out in the real world. That's right.
Yep.
That's right.
Was it tough to not return to Chicago?
Yeah, I mean, well, I also just got married, so
that's a factor.
Yep. So big factor. So we kind of just wanted to settle down in be in a city in the Midwest, kind of close to both our families.
Is your wife a student here as well?
Yes, she is.
Okay.
Yep.
So, and she's graduating as well?
Yep, that's correct.
So off to Kansas City. What an adventure.
Yes,
hey?
Yes.
Well, thanks for stopping by and talking to me. Congratulations.
Thanks,
nice win here this evening, and go get another one on Saturday, okay?
Yes, sir. Appreciate it.
All right. Thank you, Caleb.
Thank you.
Caleb Kaliza, senior for the Dordt Defenders, the opposite hitter, and taking a seat will be Chad Hansen as the Dordt Defenders with a 3-0 win over Central Christian here this evening. And team made it look pretty easy tonight, Coach. You got into system, passed the ball pretty well. Rob got on a roll in set number 2 and serving. And I don't know that I've ever seen that, especially in the men's game, where someone serves 17 or 18 points in a row without an error.
Yep.
So a lot of things went right for your team here this evening.
Yeah, thanks for saying that, Mike. This was a great start for us, and one that we were hoping would go this way. We were desiring to come out with good self-discipline from both the serve and the pass side of it. And as I look at our receiving errors, I love to see that there's a 0 in that column for the match. And then to see our serves with 10 aces and 14 errors, that's a nice ratio for us, and one that's really beneficial in how the match can unfold.
You were able to get into system. That translates into 466 kill efficiency for the team. Caleb talked about the setter, Lucas Van Groningen, able to push the ball out to the pin for him and gave him some options. And it makes such a difference when that setter gets that good pass and he can get his feet under him and send it where he wants it to go.
Yeah, that's very true, and I credit our passers for putting Lucas in a lot of good spots. We spent a really significant amount of time in our preseason January weeks, 3 weeks of training until this match, of working on our serve receive pass. And we challenged our guys to come up with a really outrageous number of perfect serve receive passes in the gym, and each day we had to chip away at accomplishing that outrageous number. And it was pretty neat because on the final practice day that we had committed to, our guys, we were about 24 passes short of our 12-day goal. And I said, guys, we're out of time. Practice is done. And they said, just give us 10 more minutes, Coach. We're going to get this number. And we added 10 minutes to the clock, and they grinded through it and really accomplished the goal of perfect passes in our preseason. When that kind of commitment happens from your ball control, that really does free up the offense and lets it run in a comfortable way.
And let's be honest, ball control is not a lot of fun. I mean,
that's right.
That's right. It's hard work, and it's not. There's no fun in it, and there's some pain involved. And but if you don't do it well, it makes for a long season.
Yeah, and I think in previous years we've looked at the talent of our guys capable of passing well, but the self-discipline of our system has not been there as well. And that's what the fall season was really beneficial for us to do is grow our system and trust in one another and who can have what responsibilities to keep the ball there. The other side to it in every match is who is serving and how are they serving, what's their style.
Yeah.
And if as the ball comes over a little bit higher, as it comes over a little slower, that can also just add a lot of freedom and comfort to your passing. So as the opponent dictates the velocity of the ball, that's also something we're cognitive of. But if we don't take care of the ball that's a little bit higher, a little bit slower, then we've got real issues when the ball speeds up. And that's what I'm really encouraged by tonight. Our passing took care of the ball that we better have taken care of, and it flowed nicely into our offense, and Lucas being able to distribute a really wonderful set.
One final note, 7 returners, all with all-conference accolades last year. That has to give you some advantages coming into this season in terms of hitting the ground running.
Yeah.
And I mean, every season's a new season, I get that, but you're not trying to integrate maybe a new setter or a 6-rotation player or somebody. You're not trying to figure out what they can and can't do.
Yes, yeah. And they're also not trying to figure each other out in a brand new way. You're exactly right. And that continuity is huge. Now, that continuity joined with a really strong fall commitment of skill and team system development is what I'm excited about watching unfold now that we get a different opponent across the net. I mean, we've been playing against each other for a total of 12 weeks in the fall and now 3 weeks this spring, starting in January. There's 15 weeks of seeing Dordt University. We had a couple scrimmages against Morningside in the fall, but 2 days out of those 15 weeks were against another opponent, and really encouraged with how we're starting. And this was a good first match for us.
Kansas Wesleyan coming up on Saturday. You'll have the opportunity to probably watch them play tomorrow night against Jamestown. And so probably don't know a whole lot about Kansas Wesleyan at this point. You'll learn more, and 3 o'clock Saturday afternoon, you'll be back at it.
Yeah, and what a great home crowd. Grateful for Defender Nation showing up here in DeWitt Gym. Though there's snow on the ground outside, it's a warm venue in here, and we hope the fans will take advantage of that on Saturday. Come and support your Defender men's volleyball program Saturday, 3 o'clock.
I will let you go, and Matt will be up here on Saturday talking to you.
Thanks, Mike.
All right, that's Chad Hansen, and that's going to do it for the Wireless World post-game show. Wireless World, your local Verizon authorized retailer with 7 locations in Northwest Iowa. Visit them at wirelessworld.com. That's going to do it for our broadcast. For Chad Hansen and the Dordt Media Network, I'm Mike Biker. Good evening.